let's talk about the buy-in quickly. Peter Avalon, the Librarian, faced Sonny Kiss in a singles match. The Librarian was pretty much booed to crap.
I'm gonna get my star ratings up and see if it reminds me.
That'll be good. Again, Leva Bates was with Peter Avalon, similar to how he was with her for her match. It was okay. I guess.
Got it down as 3 stars. So yeah.
Sonny Kiss is quite athletic. Yeah. I don't know how he can do a split leg moonsault and it not hurt. Not a split leg moonsault.
Many years of training your body to do that, I can imagine.
Because that was painful.
I doubt any of us fat lads could do it. If I'm honest.
I could not do it. No, I could not do that. And then the other buy-in was Britt Baker and Riho versus Shoko Nakajima and B Priestley. I didn't really know what was going on in this match.
Did you see Britt Baker? I didn't see it at the time. Apparently, Britt Baker went for the wrong Japanese woman.
That's hilarious.
And then she got concussed. I don't know if this was before or after she got concussed, but let's say it was after she got concussed.
She got concussed?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh.
She got kicked by Brie, like super kick going. And
yeah.
What is it with the name Brie and synonymous with concussions, eh?
Lol.
Anyway.
Brie, it's a B.
Brit, mate.
Brie, B, same. It's got a B in it. B equals concussion.
So this was pretty much B Priestley's first match in AEW. And I didn't think it was that good, to be honest.
I got it down as 3 as a quarter. It was a bit sloppy at times, but I thought it was quite fast paced and quite. It was sloppy and flowed well at the same time. It doesn't really make sense, but
yeah, I didn't really understand. I'm probably going to get absolutely abused for this, but I don't really get the Joshi style. I don't get it.
It's just crazy Japanese ladies breaking their necks, I think.
Yeah, I just don't get it.
But they're also really good, so.
But yeah,
I think B Priestley's partner was like 4'11" or something.
Yeah, she was tiny. But B Priestley, yeah, she took a Stardom title with her, which was
her partner was also a champion in Japan as well.
Yeah, they both brought their titles. I wasn't expecting her to bring her Stardom title, to be honest, especially if Stardom's got links with WWE. Interesting.
True.
I
don't think
it doesn't. It makes no difference, does it? Really, it makes no difference. Then we got to the main show. Can we all just have an excellent kind of round of applause for bloody Fight Network putting subtitles on randomly during the pre-show?
Right, because I was in the stream with Toast and Kempset both nights, and first off, the Fight TV stream cut out, so we had to go onto YouTube to watch it.
Brilliant.
So we just bought it, and then it just cut out. And about that was about must be about half hour on YouTube, and then we went back to Fight, and then the whole subtitle thing happened. It's like, yeah, Fight TV or ITV, what are they doing?
I think it was Fight, to be quite honest. And the subtitles made no sense.
No.
It was loads of gibberish.
And it covered half the screen as well.
And it did. Jimmy Havoc, Darby, I always get his name in, Allen, and Joey Janela versus Sean Spears, MJF, and Sammy Guevara. I don't know what I can say about this.
I really liked it. I gave it 3.5 stars. I thought Sammy Guevara looked absolutely excellent in this match.
Yeah, I think I wasn't really paying too much attention. I think because it was the first one of the main show, and I was kind of like, yeah, it's a 6-man tag match.
This was also just supposed to be on the pre-show, and they changed it last minute, I think.
I'm quite glad they did change it. I think I'm annoyed because I lost. That's probably why I tuned out.
It's good to see that the whole MJF and Sean Spears thing carried on, but it didn't affect the match too much.
No, I genuinely thought at one point one of them was going to screw the other one over, and make them lose. But MJF was brilliant because he did the handstand thing and then turned to Sean Spears and gave him the 10, and I was just like, "You are a hero."
Yeah, I saw that.
What a guy!
I love him.
Oh, he's brilliant. Also, Sean Spears coming out wearing a T-shirt that says
No, it's not. It's gimmick infringement. I'm
the
not happy.
chairman.
I'm not happy. It's
Why?
gimmick infringement. That's LA Park's gimmick. I'm not happy whatsoever.
Brilliant.
Sick.
Gimmick infringement. But yeah, I completely agree. Jimmy Havoc had a decent portion of the match. Darby Allin didn't really do a lot, I thought, compared to.
I don't think any of the face team. I think it was more. It was just there was more intrigue on the heel side with the whole Spears and MJF storyline, if you will.
Yeah. But we had a Spanish Fly from
5-star match.
Therefore, it's a 5-star match instantly. We've got the was there stuff to the ramp area or not? I can't remember.
Yeah, because they had the TNA ramp, didn't they?
So it's
like the same height as the ring.
I actually like that.
I don't mind it. It's just you forget, and then people literally dive off the top rope, and you're like, "Oh my god!" And then you just.
Sorry, there was a bit of a problem that we had a slight disconnection issue. Continue with your conversation, I guess.
I can't remember where we got.
I can't remember where we got to.
Team heel. One.
I think I talked about Sean Spears' terrible original finisher in NXT. Now he's got a new one, and yeah, they won. So you need to know. Ali versus Brandy Rhodes. Going to be quite
possibly one of the worst matches I've ever seen.
To be perfectly honest, don't care. Thought it was crap.
It was quite honestly one of the worst matches I've ever seen.
I loved the tweet that you referenced on Twitter this week, where it said, "Look at those replies."
Oh, people were not happy at all.
People were not happy. Brandy Rhodes coming out and being Stephanie McMahon is effectively what people thought. Aligning herself with Awesome Kong, she came out, didn't pretty
and
much.
Also makes Awesome Kong look like a bitch, and it's fucking
trash.
So then Brandy's a heel, but Cody's a face.
Yeah, essentially.
Also, I just don't care.
I just don't want to see Brandy wrestle.
No, I don't.
She clearly wasn't good enough in the match. She's had so many weeks of training, like they've been promoting on being the elite and whatnot. And she botches a German suplex. There's not much really gonna go well.
No, and I think a lot of people on Twitter were very, very sympathetic towards Ali. Because
so was I.
Ali has been good. I know you've watched quite a bit of her in Impact.
A little bit, because she was Knockouts champion. I want to say twice, but it might be once. But it's more. I think she's had 2 matches against Leva Bates and now Brandy Rhodes. Now Leva Bates might have been over in NXT, but in that match she didn't look. It just seems like Ali's trying to carry people who don't know what they're doing, which sounds really harsh, but it just looks like that way. But it's dragging Ali down a little bit.
I think the less we speak about this match, the better, to be quite honest.
I don't want to sound harsh, because obviously Brandy Rhodes isn't a wrestler first and foremost, but if you've been training for that long, and then you put yourself over, it's just like...
Putting over the wife and the friends.
NWO, yeah.
It sort of plays into what Matt always thought, really, wasn't it?
Does a little bit.
I wasn't... When over the past few events, I was like, okay, we can allow it. But then I thought, this one can't be Brandy. And then it was, and I'm like, this isn't going to end well. This is not going to... If this carries on. Brandy.
Oh, wow.
After watching German suplexes and not doing much, it's just like, for fuck's sake.
Yep. Here we go.
Yep.
It's the start of a very slippery slope of this.
Yeah, it'll change when Sasha joins, though, won't it? When Sasha joins, it'll change.
We'll see. Depends if she shows off her terrible lip tattoo. But
wait, what?
Have you not heard about this?
No.
So she revealed on Instagram she's now got a lip tattoo on the inside of her lip.
What does it say?
Something pointless. It's like one of those words that you get to try and sound cool, but it's actually pretty trash.
Bit like her. Yeah. Oh, I didn't mean that.
Oh, the show.
I like Sasha Banks. She's a bit botchy, but I like her. She's passionate about the business.
That's it. Protect. She got on the inside of her lip. And just for the people in this call, I'm sorry for our listeners, that's what it looks like.
What the
Looks like she's just drawn it on with a Sharpie.
It genuinely does look like she's taken a pen and on the inside of her lip. But yeah, it says protect. And that's enough of Instagram for one day. Let's move on to Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy versus Angelico, Jack Evans, and the Dark Order.
Why did no one else go for the Dark Order, may I ask?
Because I didn't really... Right. In my
They're
defense,
the only ones they're pushing.
In my defense, you sent this while I was half cut.
So? That's not my problem.
I
mate.
wasn't applying any logic. I just
not
saw
my
Luchasaurus and went, yeah, I'll pick them.
Mate, Luchasaurus, I like them.
Dark Order are literally the only ones they've been pushing since the start of AEW.
I know, but you always see Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, so I kind of just went with them. I'm sorry, but Angelico and Jack Evans, your attire hurts my eyes.
It's very, very bright.
It's very bright.
It's very yellow.
bright.
You're still going to lose them at night, though, I guess.
Very fluorescent.
Very high vis.
Yeah, the Dark Order are a bit weird, aren't they? Evil
The big
Uno,
bloke,
Stu Grayson.
considering he was proper big, the big bloke, like
He was
almost like
Killian
Crater.
Killian Day.
Is it Crater off World of Sport?
Yeah, but no.
not
He's
that
not-
big,
he's-
but it kind of reminded me of him.
He's
He could
between
go.
Killian Dane and him, yeah. Oh, yeah, he can.
Toast knew more about him than I did on the stream,
I know nothing of him. Apart
and
from when he turned
obviously
up.
because they were called Super Smash Bros or something, weren't they, on the Indies? And the proper big babyface team apparently.
What the fuck is a Smackville?
Oh, don't get me started. We'll talk about that later.
Sorry, I'm on Twitter.
Yeah.
And I just think, what?
We already
Yeah.
had this conversation before this part. If you
Yeah, we did.
stop messing about, God.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
As you were, sorry.
I've lost track now. Don't know where we are. Move on to the next match.
I thought it was a very good match. Yeah. Splashes, lots of high fly stuff because of the team of Angelico, etc., and Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy. And we also had that little child,
What was his name? Toast was named in
Marco
straight.
Stunt.
Oh, was it? Toast was like, is that Marco Stunt? I was like, never heard of him.
I just thought it was a child.
Toast genuinely knows everything about wrestling.
knows everything about
Scary.
wrestling.
He knows
He knows
everything about
a lot.
indie wrestling.
He
He
knows
knows
a
the
lot.
deep, dark depths of indie wrestling. I
He
think.
does.
It goes a lot to that one that they over the top, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
OTT.
he does that a lot.
Yeah, OTT, yeah.
GG's.
Which is impressive stuff.
We
I
love
was
you,
like, who the
Toast.
fuck is this good? And he's there like, oh, Marco Stunt, mate.
And I'm like, it's a child.
And I was looking at the back of his head. I was like, okay,
GG's.
all right,
Um,
Toast, mate.
Then we had Hangman Page, Kip Sabian, which we knew the outcome. However, put Kip Sabian in a decent light, I thought.
Kip Sabian kissed the NXT guy, and
Oh, the NXT guy was there again.
then he got shot down by Chris Jericho there on the night. It was fucking awesome.
Just want to point out, is the NXT guy the guy who turns up in an Everton shirt?
Yes.
That's the
Oh,
same
okay,
guy.
yeah,
It's the
yeah.
same guy.
That's why I was like, where's his Everton shirt? But obviously only wears
He was
that
at Fight
WWE.
Fest as well. He was
Yeah,
in the
only-
front row of Fyter Fest.
I suppose because it's in Florida, he must live that way.
Yeah,
Of course.
Sure.
Where's Daytona Beach?
Florida.
There we go. So he must only go to the ones that are in Florida. So we might not see him in Chicago.
He's probably not invited to Chicago because what he did to Kip Sabian was honestly fucking horrendous.
What did he do?
He was proper in Kip Sabian's face, like giving him shit, like leaning over the rails, pointing in his face, giving him shit.
I mean, should we get Bubba Ray to go and like pull him out of a crowd?
Bubba Ray
Well,
needs
or
to
something?
take him backstage and talk nicely to him, whatever happened.
When we say talk nicely, put him through a table. Cool.
But yeah, the guy was an absolute knob, and then Chris Jericho violated him later on the night. So it's great.
Love that.
But no, Kip Sabian, we all know how good Kip Sabian is. Plus, he's a
definitely.
beautiful bastard. It's selfish, but he's never
What
going to
guy?
win. He was never going to win the match, was he?
No.
I think the whole idea was to put Kip over a bit anyway.
He was definitely. And
I think
say-
it did. I think it definitely did more for Kip than it did for Adam Page.
I mean, in theory, they could be trying to book him in the Neville role. Or the Pac role, sorry. Because obviously
Hey.
Pac is still a long way away from
That's what we
coming.
said in the stream.
Was
They're
it?
both British. Fuck it. They're both the same
diff,
person.
innit? They're both British. They're both a bit flippy. Just, fine.
It's fine. Sorted.
Yeah.
Kip Sabian is Pac.
Fake Pac. It's like fake Diesel, isn't it?
Yeah,
Exactly.
it is. But yeah, I genuinely think, I don't know, I'm kind of bored of Adam Page. And I have not seen a lot of him.
I've seen this a lot on Twitter. We all know how much of a hellhole Twitter is.
Yes.
People are calling it a hell of a lot, especially quicker as well on Adam Page than I thought. Like, people aren't as into him as they were at
And I think he's
Double or
going to win the
Nothing.
title as well.
He should do. I would say he should do, but he's just the
Well,
matches
well, I
he's
mean,
been
they
in.
want Kenny, don't they? They want Kenny. No, I'll tell you what it is. It's because Moxley's the new flavour, isn't it?
Yeah,
They want Moxley in that title picture,
But
regardless.
Double or Nothing, the pop when he was at 21, 21. Yeah, for the Battle
21.
Royale, and then the pop when he won, everyone was fucking happy. And I think the matches after that have just been a bit trash. Like the four-way was.
Well, I mean, they've stated that, oh, he's the golden boy. He's the one that's going
so
to
he
carry
should
this
win.
company forward. It's the Roman Reigns.
If people are calling on him already, 3 matches into the company,
Is that because, though, he was in a fatal 4-way
that was at
at
Fighter
Fighter
Fest.
Fest? And then he was in this match. If you'd have left him off Fighter Fest and had him in this, I don't think people would moan too much. I think we're seeing too much of him. I know you've got to build...
He's had 3 matches.
Let me finish. I know you've got to put... I know you've got to put him in some sort of storyline with Jericho as you build up to All Out. And that's what today, like this week was. But I just think you didn't need him at Fighter Fest, to be quite honest. But that's just my opinion.
I
was a
can
draw,
see
though,
where you're
isn't
coming from.
For
but I think you
AEW,
need
he's a
to-
draw.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say he's a draw. Not Adam Page. Not when you got Lucha Bros on your card. Not when you got Kenny Omega. Not when you got Young Bucks.
Well, they want him to be a draw.
They want him to be a draw, but if people are already calling on him, that's a bit worrying.
Are we saying
3
it's
matches
actually
into
people, or
his
is it just
AEW.
Smoothman?
No, there's a lot of people that I've seen keep popping up and saying Adam Page shouldn't be the one winning the title. It should be Chris Jericho. And like this was coming from Double or Nothing when everyone was like, "Yes, Adam Page is winning that title."
I think he'll still win the title, though.
I think he'll still win the title.
I think they'll give it to Jericho.
No, I think they can't. They can't. Surely not.
Why not?
Trying to be an alternative, then they give it to an old WWE bloke.
Who is, with all due respect, the biggest name?
Yeah, but people won't see it that way. People will see it. Oh, he's an ex-WWE. He's 40 odd years old.
I've just had a thought.
How's that?
Yeah, but
being an
he's then
alternative?
there. He's in there to elevate to be a big name for the company publicly, and then you can have someone go over him, a la Adam Page, somewhere down the line.
But then that is Roman Reigns booking for Adam Page because he keeps on losing, but keeps on. Well, he's lost, but then keeps on getting title shots.
But also, if you think about Jericho, his storyline at the moment is "I want my thank you," isn't it not?
Yeah.
So he wins the title, he gets his thank you.
But why would he get his thank you for winning the title?
I don't know. I'm just
throwing it out there.
I
obviously.
can't see.
it's just yeah.
It's not because I think at this moment of time, I think I would prefer Chris Jericho winning the title, but I think people will shit on it more than Adam Page winning it, and I think I don't know. It's an awkward situation to be in. I don't think they expected Page to call off this quick.
But yeah, Adam Page won, and then after the match, one of the Dark Orders creepers hit the ring, attacked Page, delivered a code breaker. We knew instantly who it was after that. I knew instantly who it was when he got in the ring. To be fair, I
Fucking
thought that-
smart.
Well, no, because I was like, I can see his hair at the back of his mask. for
And
one.
Judas is playing in the background.
And no, it wasn't actually. And 2, all of the Dark Order minion people, whatever they're called, creepers, look a little bit more slimmer than Jericho.
You trying to say Jericho's fat? Is that a
I'm
fat
not
joke?
saying he's. I'm not saying he's fat.
I am.
Come on and
fat
code
fuck.
breaker your mum. That's what he'll do.
It can code break me if
He's had too many Omaha steaks to fat fuck.
GG, man.
Pod title. So he unmasked himself. Chris Jericho was there. He then followed up with the Judas effect. Still a trash move. I'm sorry. and then he left Adam Page bloody in the ring.
3 shows in a row we've had blood.
That I think is unintentional.
This wasn't blood. This was a blood tablet because it wasn't dripping. It was just stuck on his face.
Oh.
Well, they use them in rugby when they want to cheat.
Oh, in Bloodgate.
Yeah,
Like a capsule.
yeah, blood capsule. It was one of those, I think, because it wasn't dripping down his face. It was just like stuck there. So it was definitely a blood tablet thing.
Fair enough. Lucha Bros and SCU. Pentagon Junior and Ray Phoenix obey.
I love them.
Oh,
They are fucking stars, aren't they?
they are so good.
They honestly, that tag division is stacked. You think about it.
But Jack called me out the other week when I said that every match that they have is 5 stars, and he just went, "Nah, mate."
Because the match you were saying wasn't 5 stars.
I can't remember what I was saying.
It was the 6-man match. It was an all right match.
The 5 stars. Didn't have a Spanish fly, so maybe it's 4.5. But
How many Spanish flies were there at Fight First?
just
I'll tell you what, it was a running thing on the stream. The amount of stomps and coup de grace there were.
Yes. I mean,
Finn
we were
Balor
talking
to be
about that.
confirmed. Prince Devitt is coming back.
Ooh,
So he's gone on holiday to AEW.
yeah,
Exactly, 2-month loan.
that's funny. Yeah, I thought again, good match. SCU are decent,
This
Scorpio
was my
Skies are-
joint match of the night.
Yeah.
and it's quite interesting listening to Kev last week, because I completely agree that at some point Scorpio Sky is going to have to branch out on his own.
Oh yeah.
And
100%.
I think
Kev's indie knowledge is surprising. I didn't think he'd have that much indie knowledge.
Yeah, and then he called me out on mine.
You know.
Craig.
Oh, you got
Called a
done.
New Japan and Indie. Oh, what's that?
Is Jericho Omega going to be worth watching? Ooh.
Did you watch?
Can I just interject? That was 2018. Before I knew, before I was into New Japan. Can I just admit that?
I know it
You
was,
watched
but it's still funny.
Yeah, cheers. That's my defense right there. Yeah, definitely a good match. Just stomps.
But they did ruin the ending
Sentons.
for the main event.
They did what?
They ruined the ending for the main event
How so?
because they called out the Young Bucks after the match. Therefore, the Young Bucks couldn't lose.
I guess, yeah.
Oh, yeah, but I feel you could call them out and they could still lose.
No, it wouldn't make sense.
Because that call out makes no sense.
Wins and
then.
losses matter.
Nah, I suppose.
But Young Bucks, Lucha Bros in a ladder match, I just won't watch it because it would be the best wrestling match I've ever seen. Nothing else would just be
Nothing
close.
compares to you.
It's something like Hardy's and Dudley's late 90s, early 2000s for me at the moment, in terms of they all bring something different to the table.
Oh, definitely.
And they go beyond what is considered in the normal realms of wrestling or tag team wrestling. It's just insane.
Yes.
And I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I think you can take a lot of different parts of wrestling at the moment and go, if you want to watch tag team wrestling, you go here. If you want to watch this, you go here. It's very much some places seem to have their niche, not their niche, but have obvious strength.
Yeah, their corner in the market.
But like, there's the slap. He took his glove off, didn't he? And then he threw it.
Yes.
To the referee. Who dropped it and then had to do it again.
I like that. Yeah, she's
which
really
is
funny.
quite funny. Which is quite funny. But then when they got
Girl
out to the
Hebner.
ring, and the one with Christopher Daniels, it sounds brutal. Just he winds it up and just slaps him as hard as he can. I was just like, ugh.
See, that's got to take all the air out of your chest. You
much
just be
hurt.
left winded like a bitch.
So much pain.
All the pain.
But yeah, again, Lucha Bros won. They got a ladder out, climbed it, spoke in Spanish,
Cero miedo, etc.
bit of English in there as well, calling out the Young Bucks. I assume it's going to be for their AAA titles.
Yeah, because there isn't a tag team one yet, is there? So yeah, there isn't an AEW tag team title.
And obviously, Young Bucks still hold it, don't they?
No,
Do they not?
I think they lost it.
Who holds it?
Are you checking?
I am checking because I'm sure.
I'm I thought they dropped it. I thought they dropped him. I don't think they dropped him back, but I think they dropped the titles.
Because they won them.
They won them before Double or Nothing. And that's what set up their match.
And then they won the Double or Nothing. Yes. Let's have a look. It is currently the Lucha Bros.
Yeah, so I thought so. So I'm sure they won it back. Yeah. Okay.
However, I know this sounds really mean, but I don't want them to keep going back to Lucha Bros, Young Bucks all the time. It's like the New Day Usos.
Yeah.
Yes, it's guaranteed a 5-star match.
But you don't want to see it too many times.
However, I don't want to see it too many times.
I still don't like the idea of fighting for other promotions' belts. It still just doesn't quite sit right with me.
But again, I don't think they'll bring any other belts out until they start the actual TV.
Yeah, I get that, but they don't even really need to do it for belts, I guess. But it's like I don't care about AAA belts. I want to see AEW belts because it's an AEW event.
Yeah.
You know,
it's pretty much like having the NXT titles defended on a main roster
on
show.
Evolve, which is what does happen.
Yeah,
so I think it did. Do we need to talk about Evolve or not?
I didn't watch it. So.
No, neither.
No one's watched this.
I want to see it.
No one's going to watch it as much as no one's going to watch Smackville.
Apparently, it was an absolutely incredible show.
Was it?
But
I caught the end of it.
Where should I start now?
I caught like the very end of it because I was waiting for WWE Network to load, and obviously it starts the live.
I know
feed.
Evolve. I've not watched Evolve before. Just because they're on the network, I don't think I'll start now. I watch enough wrestling as a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I think I think it's for the best. Pick your battles, Jack.
Yeah,
I'm quite happy with AEW.
That's kind of a discussion that I want at the end, to be honest. Because
are you sure? Because this is going to be a late podcast.
Yeah, a quick discussion. If we get through this, well, to be fair, Raw and SmackDown might take 10 minutes at this rate. Kenny Omega versus Chima. Oh my God, that man can give you a Meteora that will pummel you into the ground. That man.
Which
How
one?
many? How many?
What?
It was Shima. Shima has got like the most brutal Meteoras.
Meteora's a pizza, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Meatballs on it. It's just something like that.
Yeah.
Its respect on Twitter towards Chima was unbelievable.
If you really want a really nice, tasty pizza, go and get yourself a Domino's. This episode is sponsored by Domino's.
It's not. I mean, if it is Domino's, you watch it, give it free Domino's.
Yeah, man. We want free Domino's.
No, people were saying like, "Oh, Kenny Omega's made this guy look quite good." This is Chima. This guy's been around for years.
This guy is already good.
Already good. He might not have been over in the States good, but this guy's the disrespect from people is just
It's
mental.
unreal. It's unreal.
Like,
Did you want to slap people, Jack?
IW2, I want to slap people every day.
Well,
Don't ever read your replies or mentions in under the Bad Bookers Wrestling account. I did that once, and it's mad. I just don't understand how it can be done.
Some people are not worth talking about.
Shooting on the IWC. We are part of the IWC, Jack.
That's the problem, I think.
Yeah, I think we're the problem.
You're the problem, Sweden.
Cheers. I definitely am. If you saw my tweet this week.
I don't know, Matt might be as well, to be honest.
Oh, well, Matt's in the DMs at the moment calling Will Ospreay a spot monkey. So he's dissing on my bay. Apparently he can't wrestle. He's a gymnast and he's a spot monkey. So we're going to keep that discussion for Saturday.
For some reason,
put him through a table.
All I can see is the most is like if you see someone dissing on your fly girl, just pop one of these and start break dancing.
He's dissing on my.
He's
dissing on my side chap. How dare he? I'll challenge you to a dance off.
All right, yep, that's going to happen. MGPX dance off. Jack, record it.
We'll put it on Twitter.
No, not Twitter. YouTube.
The pod title. Just most is like.
Most is like, oh god, if I have to.
Yeah, I just think the fact that people are calling Chima
It's almost like he's in that
average
thing-
only because he's not in a match with Kenny Omega.
Just
Now he's in a
because, yeah,
match. It's like, oh yeah, he's good, isn't he?
If it wasn't for Chima, Christopher Daniels wouldn't be the person that he is today.
Exactly.
If it wasn't for Chima, there wouldn't be wrestling in China. This OWE stuff that they're
And if
doing.
you don't,
He's a big part of that.
if you don't have wrestling in China, WWE wouldn't have from China.
Exactly, the interest wouldn't be there. So this guy's done a lot. It's not like he's an up and comer. He's like 20 years old.
He's been in the business about 30 years, I think.
No, he's doing.
He's an old boy.
Yeah.
He can go like a motherfucker.
Oh, definitely. He's unreal. He did so I talked about this already. He did loads of meteoras from different places. He even went onto the stand, which, if you haven't seen Fight for the Fallen, obviously it's in an amphitheater. So there's obviously the stage, which had some seating on it, and the announce table in the far corner opposite on the other end of where the entranceway was. So obviously the ring was below it. And then there was the timekeeper's area, which had a table, which he did a meteora from the stage onto
Good
there.
pizza. No, right. Yeah, speaking of amphitheater, I read a tweet or a message from Tony Khan. Have you seen the South Park episode about where it's about wrestling?
No.
Yes.
Yeah. Apparently, that's what Tony Khan based. He saw that vision for the stage and the setting for that event. That's what he based it off.
I'm gonna have to look back at it after this. I remember
And you
watching-
go back and see it because it's in effect. It's like it's all like it's got
This
the
is that
yeah.
well, not built. Fucking built it himself, but he
Yeah.
paid for it.
Just Google it. Just Google the South Park episode, and then you'll see it, and you're like, oh yeah, I get it. It makes total sense. There's a side by side picture of it, and you're like, oh yeah, that's
I'll
cool.
have to have a look at that. I'm
Yeah.
sure it'll be on Square.
And there you go. Chima's hold every title in Dragon Gate as well.
What a guy.
Including Bay
You
for
know,
life.
you know, the Dragon Gate that Pac's in. If it wasn't for Chima, Pac probably wouldn't even be there.
If it wasn't for Chima, Kenny Omega wouldn't have wrestled anyone. So there you go.
That is true.
Exactly. I've been-
And Kenny Omega wouldn't have won the match if Chima wasn't there. So
Fuck all you
mean-
Chima haters. You know nothing.
Omega had to win. Chima's pretty shit.
brilliant. But yeah, he did his one wing angel and won the match.
Of course.
There were also chants of "You Kill Kenny" at one point where he dropped Omega on the apron.
I was part of it.
Love that. Then we had Jericho's open mic, which didn't really need, to be honest.
Apparently, it was unscripted. There you
yeah, completely unscripted. Apparently, he went out.
go. There's Adam Page to get his.
His revenge in it. Called Hangman Page a little bit.
He shut down the NXT guy. What was it? Sit down, fat ass, and the camera just panned to him. He just slowly sat down. It was just like,
Oh,
so
oh no!
absolutely
Poor
fine.
chap.
Just never return up to a wrestling event ever again. Mate.
I think he's done.
Especially an Everton shirt.
Mate, that Everton shirt. Or he always wears a Street Profits shirt as well, and has the cup. Always.
It's because he knows what's over. He knows what's over. There's a difference. He's ahead of the curve on what's over.
I don't think Everton are over, mate.
Street Profits, on the other hand, are over.
Funny. And then we had the main event: Cody and Dustin versus the Young Bucks.
Whatever match of the night, I thought this was pretty good.
I thought it was very good. I thought it was very weird that they started being really disrespectful to each other. I think it's because I'd not watched Being the Elite as much in the lead up to it.
All the story has been was the Young Bucks mocking Cody's speech at WNF.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah, I saw that. I didn't know
the
that.
only
Right?
thing it's been like.
So therefore, we're not shaking hands. Therefore, we're gonna do low blows to each other, slap each other in the face, spit at each other. Hang on, you're supposed to be friends,
three of you in this match are executive vice presidents,
and you're friends.
All friend,
All friends.
wrestling
Yeah, I
friends.
think they just wanted to get a dynamic of the Young Bucks, so the heel team, the
Yeah, I suppose.
Dustin and Cody are the face team. Sounds we'll all hug it out after the match. It's fine.
It was very nice to see Cody and Dustin wrestle together, and show off what they can do. They did a lot of, obviously, their drop down uppercuts together, like in tandem and stuff like that, which was really nice because you don't really see that a lot anymore.
Is this the end of Dustin, or is there still more to come? You think?
It didn't look like it.
I don't know.
It didn't look like it whatsoever.
No, it didn't. But the ending was very different. Like after the match,
Dustin didn't take the pin. It was Cody that took the pin as well.
yeah, it was.
Hmm.
But I genuinely, as the match went further and further along, I actually knew that was going to happen because I think I don't want to sound disrespectful to Dustin, but them picking him up to do the Meltzer driver. The Meltzer driver is quite hard to kind of
A lot of waiting around for to Nick Jackson to
and
was it
having
Nick to flip off the
and having to hold Dustin.
yeah.
And I can't remember how Dustin. How old?
You're calling him a fuck.
50.
I'm not calling him fat. I'm just calling him.
An old fuck.
Chris Jericho
Oh,
and
he's getting on a bit, isn't he?
a fat fuck. Haven't you? In this podcast, rude bastard.
I'm getting. I can't exactly talk because I'm 20 stone, and I tried to play a 6-a-side cricket game on Monday and nearly died. So,
But no, they had an interview on one of these roads to fight for the Fallen, whatever it is, and they said that Dustin said that I was ready to pack it all in, and then Cody came along and forced me to wrestle, pretty much.
I think I'll have another. I think I'll have a maybe up to 6 months,
Well,
like
yeah,
dribs
well,
and like dribs and drabs, and then that's it.
The thing is, who would be the one to retire Dustin, if you will?
Jericho.
Do you
Jericho?
want Jericho versus Dustin Rhodes?
MJF.
Really? No?
MGF,
Ooh, yeah, that'd be good.
and that will tie into the whole.
Oh, definitely, yeah, that makes complete sense because
I
of
love
the. You're very good at this.
Yeah, no.
I think you might need to change the podcast name to Good Booking.
Chris is good booking, and
Yeah.
others.
Cool. Movement is definitely not.
We're good except Smoothman.
And Matt. Don't
Matt.
believe it, just me. It's Matt as well.
No, Matt's ones have logic. You get peer pressured into going for Ziggler.
Fucking love
I didn't fucking hear that. The lies, the blasphemy.
But yeah, very good match. The end of the match was after the Meltzer driver, they got the microphones. They said, "Look, this is not us being horrible to you. This is just good competition. We only did it." Blah 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 blah. It looked like they were going to say some more, and then Kenny Omega's trash new music started playing, and
This ending bit was all a bit awkward because the cameras were quite clearly rolling, and they kept on saying, "We're not on air anymore, lads. You are. Like we're watching you right now." And then Cody was doing.
maybe no one had told them that this was going to happen.
I don't know. Apparently, they ran so far over time as well. Probably why. And then Cody was doing this whole speech about no one can. What was it? I don't know. Something about WWE and putting a show.
There was lots of So, Matt made a reference saying, "I never used to watch the other product, so I never knew how good you two were together, or whatever." But now,
Considering that's just a bare lie. But then
Yeah.
he was like, "Oh, I don't know how to say goodbye." Kenny, there you go. It was just like Kenny was forced into doing his standard thing. Now, this was a show about gun violence. Kenny's goodbye, good night, very gun oriented.
however, I noticed Cody briefly said as he tried to hand over the mic, "I want you to sign off, but obviously, you might have to. What did he say? You might have to modify it." So then he gives him the microphone. And then as he's like
Kenny
holding the mic,
looked a bit awkward.
Kenny looks really awkward. Then he's holding the microphone, and then Matt comes up to him and whispers something in his ear, obviously saying, "You can't say bang. You're gonna have to do something different." And he's like, "Bruh, what do I do now?"
Baggy, boing, boing.
So he changed it to, I'm going to say boing instead, because everybody loves the good boing. He also didn't do the kiss, because obviously the kiss is to the gun and then the bang.
Yeah.
So he did smooch,
That was it.
which was weird. Smooch,
The
boing.
whole thing. I don't think they cared because they thought they weren't on there. But to watch it was
It was funny. But yeah, that was Fight for the Fallen.